Hello everyone, it's Julie here at Big Lakes Dodge. Today I'll be showing you this 2018 Ram 1500 Sport Crew Cab with 4x4. You can see on the side there we already have some black tubular side steps on it. Got a Sport Performance hood, automatic headlamps. You can also see our parking sensors right there on the front. It has the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 engine and 8-speed automatic transmission. It is bright silver metallic on the outside. For wheels, we got 20 by 9 inch black aluminum wheels. We'll have a look on the interior here so you can see. In the front, we have leather faced seats, bucket seats. Yes, these are vented and heated in the front as well as powered. Below that we have our compartment for our jack. So this little plastic piece just pulls off. You pull it there, comes right off, and you stick it back on. Your jack's under there. We have carpet floor mats. In our glove compartment we have our owner's manual. So it has this cool little pouch. Then we have our owner's manual in there. So our quick reference guide, our user guide, and then our warranty information. So all of that is just in your glove box in this nice neat little pouch. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. Okay. And then we also have, what is this, our tailgate removal kit. So what this is when you take off your tailgate, in order to protect the wiring, it'll you pop this in there and it'll protect the wiring from getting damaged while the tailgate is off. Let me just stick that back in there. Then you can see we have some extra room for gloves in there. Oh. And then we open up this compartment. It has a little latch there. You open that up and we have some extra storage in here, some lights so that way you can see what you're grabbing. We also have this little cubby on the side here, so that's good for throwing things like your phone chargers and whatnot that kind of take up a lot of space when they're laying around. But there's a quick look at our interior. We also have a power sunroof. There's a look at that. On our door here we have our door pockets. It has this little insert for our cups. So if you're going to put a drink there, it's not going to flop around. It'll be nice and secure. You have some extra room for snacks, this little compartment there. Power locks, power windows, this little nook there. All kinds of places to throw little things. We'll go on in the back. We'll have a look back here. So back here we have our 60/40 split bench, also leather. We have cup holders that pull down in the middle. So when you pull that down, you have 2 extra cup holders. If you don't need them, you just go ahead and push that back up there and you have that extra seat. What else can I say? We have a rear power sliding window, so that helps with extra ventilation. I'll lift this up here. These are folding. They fold upwards, and then you have this little panel that has these little legs that pop out. And then when you unfold that, then you have a flat space. So that's nice for if you're trying to haul something that, you know, you need more surface area for. Usually my go-to is if you're trying to bring home a flat screen TV, that'll come in handy then. You know, if it's raining out like it is today, that'll come in handy there. Because you don't want to put that in your bed. So this is our subwoofer. So for our sound system we have 9 Alpine speakers plus this subwoofer here, so that gives you a good sound system. Got some cup holders in the middle there, as well as, no, I was wrong, just those 2 cup holders in the middle. What else can I say about them? Yeah, just it's nice to have those extra cup holders. Of course we have some in our door pocket there, lots of space there for drinks, but it's nice to have those extra ones there. We have a all-weather floor mat back here to protect those carpet floor mats. So this one will just help with preventing all that mud and stuff getting caked on your carpet. In the center console here we just have a 12-volt DC port. So if you need to, you can get one of those car chargers, plug that in there, and then you can plug in your phone, have it charge up. Got our back seat pockets for books, magazines, maybe a map. You can throw whatever you want in there. And then our interior lighting, which is up there. We also have these little hooks, so in case you need to hook something up, like say you're bringing a suit with you, you don't want it to get wrinkled, you're on your way to a meeting, you could just hook that up there, but it will block your visibility. But that's nice to have, just in case. You can even put your shopping bags up there. There's a look at our interior. We'll go on into the back and talk a bit more back here. So So back here we got our 4x4 badging, our Ram logo there. So that way you don't get confused. For sure we're Ram. We do have the dual exhaust tips on this one, and a class 4 hitch receiver, our 4 and 7-pin wiring harness. And then we open this up, you can see our backup camera there. We open this up, and then that's our tailgate, nice and open, our truck bed. So we do have the cargo management system in this one. It has these little lines which are meant to put a wood plank across, and that'll help divide up your cargo load in case you need to keep things separate or you want to stop them from sliding around. These little hooks are meant for tying down your cargo, so if you want to put some ratchet straps, tie it down, make sure nothing's gonna fly out of your box. That'll be handy. And tucked away in the corner there we have our LED bed lights, so that just lights up to show what's in the truck bed, and we have one on this side as well. That's handy for when you're trying to unload things at night, of course. For taking your tailgate off, it's really easy. You just unlatch this here. Once you lift it up, you can unlatch that, and then you just lift the tailgate right off. Nice and easy peasy. And that's when that tailgate removal kit will come in handy. You can see we also have our parking sensors back here, so we have parking sensors in the front and the rear. Those just beep when you're getting too close to something. We do have a button in the center console to turn those off, just in case you park in long grass and it keeps beeping at you too much. It's nice to know that you can turn those off. Just having a quick look here and seeing what else. We have an anti-spin differential rear axle. I don't know if I mentioned the sport performance head in the front. I think I did. Class 4 hitch receiver. Yes, I think that's good. We'll go on in the front. Only thing that I could mention back here would probably be the anti-lock, 4-wheel anti-lock disc brakes, and the electronic stability control. So those are a few extras that I'm just throwing in there while I'm back there. While we look in the driver passenger side, we have our door pockets there, our little nook there for throwing things down. Throw a pen there, your charger, I don't know. But our back seat pocket, again, for books, magazines, you can put your iPad back there. And then this is our 40 split of our 40/60 split bench. So this lifts up. On this side we don't have a subwoofer, so we have some extra storage space in there. And then this does fold out as well, so these little things open up, and then that comes and makes a flat surface. So when you have that side folded up and you have that out, this entire area is nice and flat. So like I said, if you're bringing home a flat screen TV and you don't want it to get rained on, that'll be really handy. Yeah, just whenever you need a flat surface, these are there for you. And then you fold this back down. I believe these headrests are adjustable as well, which I don't know if I can show with one hand, but you push in this button, you can move it up or down. It's adjustable, so you can set it where you like it to be. There's another look back here. We'll go on into the driver's side, and I can talk a bit more up there about what we got. For mirrors, our exterior mirrors are heated, powered, folding, and they have the tow mirror as well. We have proximity keyless entry, as you can tell by this little button there. What that is as long as you have your key nearby the vehicle, it will unlock the doors. Looking at our door here, we have our power locks. Oops, sorry about that. Power locks, power windows. This locks our windows so that way no one can open them up. We have our adjustments for our mirrors. Oh, maybe they're manual folded. I thought they folded in. Power folding. Doesn't have the folding option. I'll have to find out more about that. Maybe they fold, because obviously they fold, you can tell by that. But it might be a manual folding since we don't have the button here. But quickly we'll go over how to adjust them. So you select the left or right, and then you can adjust that mirror there. For the heated function, you would turn on your rear window defroster, which is located in the middle here. When you turn on your rear window defroster, that turns on your heated mirrors, and that just helps prevent fogging in the rain, or you can melt off a little bit of snow in the winter time. Our tow mirrors are right there. That just helps for when you have a trailer attached, you can see farther back. This one is for your headlamps adjustments, so you can switch between the different modes. If you leave it at auto, it will just adjust to the lighting conditions to determine what what headlamp setting you need. This adjusts the brightness. I can't quite remember what this is for. That might be for our truck bed lighting. So I think we also have a light up top. Let's go have a look. I think I turned that on. Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay, so that turns on your truck bed lighting. Confirmed. So that's how you turn on that truck bed lighting. Down there we have our electric park brake. Right here is our adjustments for the steering wheel. So you pull that and you can adjust it. On our steering wheel here, I'll just zoom out. We have our cruise control. This just helps you stay at whatever speed you set it at. So when you're going on the highway and you enable your cruise control, it'll start off at the speed that you're going at and keep you coasting at that speed. You can also up your speed or put it down. Then we have our gears, so you can gear up or gear down, depending on what you need. Over here, this is for our driver information screen on our cluster there. So this just helps us switch between the menu options. Our voice recognition is so that way you can use your voice instead of having to fiddle with all the adjustments over there. So when you hold that down, it gives you all of your commands that you can do. And then you can tell it, find this, do that, set this temperature to this, do...
Canceled.
You know. I held it again, so how I canceled that was I just held it again. So if you ever accidentally bump it, all you have to do is hold it again and it'll cancel it. But that's nice just so that way you don't have to look over and touch things when you're driving. You can kind of just command it to do that. We also have our call answer, call end, and then quickly I'll go through our driver information screen. So right now we're on our speedometer. If I click that little arrow that it shows right there, which is right there, we do go to miles per hour. If I click it again, we're back at kilometers. Scrolling down, we have our oil life. So this is our vehicle information. I'm going to scroll to the right. We have our gauge summary. So previously to the oil life, it shows all of these, your coolant temp, trans temp, and then this is just the summary of all that. So you can see it in one spot. Vehicle information, so this is your engine hours, how many hours were spent idling, driving, and the total engine hours. Then we have our tire pressure monitoring, so that's really handy. It's important to keep all your tires at the same pressure. That helps reduce the wear on your tires. It helps with your fuel economy. It's just a good thing to have and to stay on top of. And then of course we get into our trans temp, coolant temp, all of that. We'll scroll down. You can see our average fuel economy there. I'm just going to zoom in a little. So you can see the average fuel economy. That changes. The reason why they have that there is because that changes based on how you drive. So as long as you're easy on the gas pedal, it kind of helps with your fuel economy. And then scrolling down some more, trip A and trip B information. Oh, we only have trip A, so you can reset it, which we could do. That just helps track your fuel economy, the distance, how much time your trip is. Oh, there's our trip B, okay. Trailer tow, so we have our trailer brake on this one, which is just located down here. For that just kind of helps show how far your distance is. I believe it also shows the gain, yeah, so you can see how much you set the gain to. And then back to our distance. Continuing scrolling down, you can see our audio. Right now we're on Sirius XM. If you have your Bluetooth connected, it will show the song from your phone on there, and then you can see what's playing. Stored messages, so say it says check engine, low tire pressure, any of that, the message will store there so that way you can view that later on. Sometimes they pop up while you're driving and you can't quite look at it, so that's handy to be able to go back and reference that later. Screen setup, I'll quickly go over the screen setup actually. So when you click enter to set up your screen, that just adjusts these little things, so you can see our compass, which way we're pointing, the temperature, I believe that's just the cruise control there. Let me turn that off. Okay, but all of those are adjustable, and you can even add in some more down in the corners and stuff like that, but you can just see those little things. So anything that's on your driver information screen, you can usually stick a little shortcut to on your main screen. Alright, then we're back to our speedometer. So that's our cluster and our driver information screen. We already went over our steering wheel here. One thing I didn't mention is that we do have these rocker switches on the back. So this one does your tuning. So if you're wanting to switch songs, you would click this. This skips the next one, skips back. And then this is your volume control. So this is volume up. And then when I click that, you can see there. So that's your volume control there. We'll move on over to our middle console. Up here we have our infotainment center, which is a Uconnect 4, and it has an 8.4-inch display. On here we're currently on our app, so you can see everything that the vehicle has right there. We'll quickly just go to our radio. We have Sirius XM, which I will renew this because you do get 3 months free with the purchase of the vehicle. Then we have our AM FM radio, our presets up at the top. So say this preview is one of my favorite stations, I would just go ahead and hold that there. And then that sets your presets. So that way when you hop in, you just click which radio station you want. All your favorites will be up there. You do your tuning here, replay, browse. So with the Sirius XM, you can replay. I believe, I'll have to look into more on how that works. I believe it has to be something that you've already been listening to, and then if you miss something, say you're talking and you want to go back, you can replay it. Then we have our traffic and weather too, so if you have that enabled, you can see the weather and what the traffic's like to plan your route. And then our audio settings there. In our settings, you can see, can we move these? No, that's just on the new, oh, you can, okay. Anyways, in our safety and driving assistance settings, you can adjust the park sense volume. So if you like having the parking sensors, but they are too loud, you can set them to how loud you would like them to be. And if it shows up on the display or if it's just the sound. Mirrors and wipers, so it does have rain sensing auto wipers. You can enable those here, so that way you can have those on for you. As long as your wipers are on, then the little sensor behind here will, when it detects rain, when rain hits it, it will enable the wipers to wipe them away. In our climate, you can see it, currently it's off. I'll click on. You can see our different modes are in the middle there. On the side is how we adjust our temperature. Right now they are synced up, so if I unsync them, I can have a higher temperature or lower temperature than the passenger. And then this one's our fan settings, which I will turn down. We'll sync that back up. We also have heated and vented seats, which I think I mentioned earlier, but right here is the settings for that. So when you click that, it'll bring up if you want to turn it on for your driver and your passenger, or if you just want one or the other. You can also access your backup camera through here and your automatically dimming mirror. So what that is the mirror will dim automatically when you are brighted from behind. That just helps so that way you're not completely blinded. One thing is that it won't enable when you are backing up because it knows you need that extra visibility. What else can I mention? Oh, up here we have our AC, our auto, air circulation, max AC, and our front and rear window defroster. So all that's right here. We'll click this again. Just quickly look at our backup camera. You can see that there. That is our backup camera. Uconnect apps. What else can I go over? We have our vehicle user guide right on this screen, and then our activated services, our assist button. So that is your roadside assistance. If ever you need to call roadside assistance, you click that there. This one's our SOS. It'll call the emergency services if anything happens. And then navigation, which I'll go over in a bit, but we'll go back to controls. That's just this screen. So when we're in our climate, when we click this little button, it takes us to our controls, and you can see all these here, our heated steering wheel and the settings for that. All right, now our navigation. So it has the integrated navigation. That's nice because you don't need any service or anything like that. You don't need to use your phone data, but you can set your destinations here. The only thing is, make sure that you are parked when you are doing this. It won't let you enter in a destination if you are driving. If it's a previous destination that you've been to, usually it'll let you just select which previous destination you've been to and enable that route. But if you're driving and trying to enter in a new destination, it won't work that way. In our phone tab, that is where you would connect your Bluetooth. I believe it also has Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. I can't quite remember if you need to have your phone plugged in or not for that, but once that is enabled, then you would see that page there, that option. Let's go. I think we've gone through everything here, so we'll look downwards. This one is our gear shifter, and below that we have our electronic shift on the fly transfer case. So for our 4x4, it just has these little buttons here. It's controlled electronically instead of a gear shifter. So if you do need to enable your 4-wheel auto, you would click this, your 4-wheel drive lock, and your 4 low. With these, make sure that you are going slow and that you're being very careful with how you drive. I believe you have to come to a full stop in order to enable them. And then your gear shifter here, I don't know if this is the same for the older models than our newer ones, because I've been learning a lot more about our newer ones, but you can't actually shift into park. So if you're going down the highway, going at a decent speed, it won't let you shift into park or reverse when you're going at a certain speed, and that's just a nice safety feature because you're not gonna totally blow up your transmission there. It is a push start, which one thing I want to mention is that we do have an actual key here. So you know, with the push starts, you don't need a key to start it up, but it does have the key available to you. You just unlock it through this little switch there, and then this part pops out. I don't know if I can do it one-handed with these ones. Okay. Oops. Okay. I can't do it one-handed, but all you do is push this to the side. My nails are too long. And then this silver part here pulls out. That's your key for opening up the door if the fob ever dies. If the fob does die, you can start your truck still. You just hold the fob to the start button and that will start it up even though the fob is dead, just because the connection is close enough that it can do that. On our fob here, we only have our panic button and our unlock and lock, but we do also have an aftermarket remote start that is already installed into the truck. So if you're looking for remote start and kind of get a little sad that you don't see it on the fob, we do have this aftermarket remote start which will start the vehicle. So even though it didn't originally come with it, it does have the remote start. What else can I go over? Our controls for our climate are also in the middle here. So if you like having the button feel, that's an option that's available. Your volume control here, your tuning, hazards. This turns your screen off there. You can also click back, which, let's say I'm going in our settings, I'm going to display. I can click back and that'll take me back. Going downwards, of course, our trailer brake, traction control, tow haul mode, your parking sensors on the rear and front. So when these are selected, that turns them off, and it does show up on your driver information screen as well. And then when you click them and they're not lit up, that means that they are on, so they will beep when you're getting too close to something. Your heated seats are also down here, as well as your vented heated steering wheel, and then your passenger side controls for that as well. This little nook here is just for throwing things down. I believe this liner is removable. Yes. So that comes out for easy cleaning in case you spill something in there. Then we have our outlet over here, 115 volt outlet. So that's nice if you need to plug in a laptop or something like that while you're on the road. Got this little cubby here. Don't ask me what you could put in there, I have no clue. And this little cubby up here, I would say that's a good spot for a pen, but you know what? It's totally up to you what you want to throw in which nook and cranny. Down here, this is just some more storage space. I believe this liner is removable as well. I don't know if I can do it with my nails, but pretty sure that it comes out for easy cleaning. This here is our 12 volt DC port, so that would be where you would plug in one of those little car chargers if you need an extra charger port. This is a little space to put your phone down. Once you have it in there, the cord can come out the bottom and you can have it plugged in without messing up your cord. These little things are just so it has some grip. And our 2 cup holders in the middle. In our center console storage, you lift this up. You can see we have this flat area, so that's nice for throwing little documents or, you know, things that aren't too big. Then we also have our change compartments, so if you want to store your change instead of having them lie around, they can go in there. And then if you need a quarter for a shopping cart or something like that, it's right there and you don't have to go digging. And we also have a two USB ports, just a few extras since, you know, it's nice to have car chargers available to you as much as you can. An auxiliary port, so if you want to connect to your media through auxiliary, you have that option. Say you have an old iPod that just has the bops that you've been missing, you can go ahead and play that from there. Then in this area of our center console. This is just a bigger storage area, and it has this little mat that is removable for easy cleaning. But this is a deeper area, so that way you can throw lots of things in there. Looking upwards at our power window or power sunroof, it has a manual shade. So if you want to open it up, the shade is manual. But opening up the sunroof itself is powered. So you can go ahead and click that. It opens up. I think you click it again to close it. No? Oh, okay. This one's for our rear power sliding window. And then our universal garage door opener. So this is what that is. It has 3 different options for that. So if you have 3 different garages or garage doors, you can connect them through there. It is a pretty easy setup. We do also have, I believe, YouTube videos for setting that up. For our assist and SOS buttons, those are also located on our rear view mirror instead of on here. Like, they have it in both places, so this one's just more readily available. What else can I go over? I think that might be everything. Sport mesh cloth vinyl front. Is that cloth and vinyl? I wouldn't say so. No, I think that's everything. I think we've gone over it all. So I'll wrap this up, give you one final look. There's the inside. And then there's our front on the inside. And then lastly on the outside. Nice truck, very affordable. If you want to take it for a test drive, or if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at Big Lakes Dodge. We're always happy to help. And I'll see you in the next one.